in recent lab developer workshops, there's been a couple of points where we've been talking about the fact that we've been making changes in the back end, making changes around the, the framework and the infrastructure and things along those lines. And in reality, from the point of view of new features released sort of during June, again, there's not much you can see. Again, a lot of it's going on in the background. So a lot of it's for preparation for things that are coming along. Okay. So maybe today, if you went into Studio, the only thing you would really notice that's changed is we now have 9 languages that we support for lab profiles. So think about last month's lab developer workshop. We talked about instruction sets, and we used instruction sets in a multi-language context. And there was 8 languages we could pick from. Today we now have 9. So we've now added traditional Chinese alongside simplified Chinese. So that's sort of the one thing really that you will notice from a user interface point of view that there's a change. The other thing you won't notice yet, but just so that you're aware, ultimately, I know we've been talking about for a couple of years about bringing GCP support. So what I'd just like to highlight is effectively V1 of our GCP support. We've really sort of completed the bulk share of the development, and we're now actually sort of basically going through scale testing. So the first thing from a scale testing point of view is obviously we're testing stuff internally, and we are going to be shortly releasing a set of challenge labs. I think there's 14 of them as part of the GCP set that we're going to release initially. So effectively, we're doing the eat your own dog food type thing before we give it to customers to start working with it. So if you do subscribe to our challenge catalog and you get the challenge labs, then you should see some GCP stuff appearing pretty soon, because we're sort of getting quite close to the end of the development of that, and that will be that first sort of production level use. And then at some point in the future, so a few months in the future, we've got confidence in the robustness of all the coding that's been done, and we've ironed out those last little bits. It will become available that customers could actually apply to have GCP support enabled in their tenant. So that's a little way off yet, but I just wanted to let you know that we are still working our way down there, because we do talk about it a lot, not just on lab developer workshops, but it's talked about in QBRs and various other things that we do. So just to sort of keep everybody up to date.